What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. The day has finally come. I have been in Drip Network for exactly 12 months. I got into Drip Network last December on the 12th, so it's been exactly 1 year. I remember it like it was yesterday. My friends were trying to get me in for a few months, and then I finally decided to pull the trigger. The price was around $50, and as you can see, I got in right before the big run up. I think today I'll just talk about my journey, the price action, some of the statistics, how other assets have performed over the same amount of time, and overall whether I think Drip was a good investment for me or not. So let's start by looking at just a price action breakdown of the last year. As you can see, this little blue line here is where I bought in. I bought in around 50 bucks. That was my first purchase. I was using some other minor protocols that were high risk, and I was getting some money out of those. So as I was claiming from those, I was putting into this. I want to say my first initial deposit on day one, or within like the first 2 days, was like $5 grand. Then I had about another $3 grand over the next week, and ultimately in that first couple weeks, I put in about 10 grand. I got to experience the run up here, which was super fun, brought back down. This is when I kind of started getting some of my friends and family in here. We saw a dip down. They saw that as a buying opportunity. And then of course it skyrocketed to new all-time highs. This was obviously the first run up to the Animal Farm launch. Everyone was super pumped. There was of course some profit taking here so people could invest in the farms. Then we started to have issues. I think right around here is where Piggy Bank and all that started to have their issues, and Animal Farm got paused. From then there was pretty much no good news for quite a while. It was just Animal Farm getting worked on to get out. Right about the time Animal Farm was going to relaunch, PancakeSwap said they came out and changed something with their syrup pools. So even though we had fixed the pigs issue, now we had to go and fix the dogs issue. So because of all the delays, it really put everything behind. I've said it a bunch of times, daily ROI protocols, I don't think they can last without additional utility. The daily ROI protocol is what brings people in. It's exciting. It's an opportunity to build some wealth that then you can use in the rest of the ecosystem or use in some of the utility that's going to come there in the near future. But if that utility doesn't come fast enough, the price goes down. And I think that's what we saw here. We peaked up here, and then there was pretty much no good news until Animal Farm launched, and that was just about 2 months ago. So in between that time, from the initial stuff that Forex was saying, we were going to see Scratchy in like June or July. That of course will be another Drip utility, and we'll add some additional funds to the tax vault. We can build up those jackpots and win. That'll be super exciting. Every month we were supposed to get something new, so like a new game, and then layer 2, and then lending was supposed to be by the end of the year. Well, we're here at the end of the year. None of that stuff has happened yet. There was a bunch of internal issues with the team and everything that had to get sorted out. So it is what it is. Delays are what they are, but when they're in relationship to support for a daily ROI protocol, this is what you get, just a downward sloping price. So I have taken the opportunity several times in here to purchase and DCA all the way down. So I built myself up a nice bag, and all I've really done is compound. I've taken a couple claims for gas, but I pretty much compounded the entire time. So the statistics that'll show you will show that. So that's where we're sitting right now on the PancakeSwap DEX. We're sitting at $1.07. I think it's 98 on the native DEX. Let's jump over to the Bitcoin chart just to take a look real quick. It's kind of had a similar deal, but of course there's more levels and more historic levels of support and resistance here. This is in November, really when it peaked, and then from December on, it was pretty much downhill. When I got into Drip, Bitcoin price was right around 50K, and then we've just basically tiered down since. Now, are we at the bottom? I really don't know. I truly think we're gonna have one other pullback. Some people are saying, sub $10,000 Bitcoin. I really don't think that's going to happen, but I could definitely see, 11, 12, 13. So I don't have a crystal ball. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. But as you can see, the crypto markets in general, always led by Bitcoin, have just been tanking for the last year. So how do we do on Drip compared to other assets in the market? You guys saw this spreadsheet that I pulled up when I did my 6-month video. I just revamped it a little bit for the 12-month video, of course. But it shows the price on 12/12/21 of Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, ADA, and Drip. Like I said, when I got into Drip, it was about 55 bucks. Now it's all the way down at 98 cents. My total investment isn't exact, but I calculated it at about 13,500. There's a few purchases here and there that I didn't track, but that's a pretty good overall number for what I've put just directly into this in particular Drip wallet. This doesn't count my other wallets. It doesn't count the Animal Farm, and it doesn't count any other protocols I'm in. So this is just this specific wallet. I've got about 13.5 in there. So last year that would have got you 13.5 would have got you 0.27 of a Bitcoin, 3.31 of an ETH, 23.68 BNB. Cardano, you would have got 10,000, and then Drip, you would have got 245 tokens.